What's a raging fire got to do with the big idea of peace? Stick around on Thinking Big to find out. For the month of April, our big idea is peace. Peace is proving you care more about each other than winning an argument. Now, when you hear the word conflict, you might think of a physical fight, or maybe a far-off battle. But the truth is, everybody is going to experience conflict. To help demonstrate what this looks like, I have a simple candle here with me today. For this object lesson, this flame is going to represent conflict. Now, of course, don't try this at home. We have a controlled environment and a fire extinguisher nearby. Now, while we have a controlled environment, the truth is, you can't really control when you'll experience conflict. However, you can choose how you will respond. How you respond will either put out the fire or add more fuel to it. For example, maybe you let your best friend borrow your brand new skateboard, but when you ask for it back, he says he accidentally broke it. He's really sorry, but it was your favorite toy. That's conflict. But sometimes in the heat of a small conflict, we forget that we always have fuel with us, our words. What if you said, "You're an idiot," or some other mean name? Suddenly, the conflict gets a little more intense. He tells you, "That skateboard was stupid anyway." That stings and makes you even more angry. We choose our words, and our words can either add fuel to the fire or they can bring peace to a friendship. It's not just words we say to a person, it can be words we say about a person. Like when you spread rumors or call people names behind their back. See, your words have a tremendous amount of power. Maybe it's not that you say something mean. Maybe you say nothing at all. Maybe because you're angry, you purposefully don't talk to a person and ignore them, hoping it will hurt them. See, the truth is, our words have a lot of power to bring peace, because our words don't just influence other people, they influence us. In fact, there's an old wise saying, and it says, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue." So when you constantly use negative language or put people down or angrily yell at someone, it can become a part of who you are. Those things are bigger than just words. They can lead you into a life of conflict. The words you use can influence you to be angry a lot. They can influence you to carry grudges. Which basically means you refuse to forgive someone for something wrong that they've done. Some people hold on to grudges or anger so tightly. They use words that are mean, unkind, and negative so much, and they constantly surround themselves with people who talk the same way that it leads to prejudice. Prejudice just means you don't wait to get to know someone before believing something negative about them. It could be because of race or their history, or just because they look or act differently than you. See, this is how we get the physical fights and far-off battles. This is how conflicts grow, one piece of fuel at a time. So let's talk about peace. Here's a big word I'm going to throw at you. It's empathy. Empathy is the ability to see something from the other person's point of view and care about it. It's walking in someone else's shoes. It's trying to figure out how they think and how they see a situation. So when you're angry, instead of just saying words that you want to say without thinking, stop for a minute and try to figure out why the other person said or did what they did. Ask them questions, take deep breaths. Remind yourself that you're not perfect and that neither is anyone else. When you do that, look what happens. The fire goes down. You're bringing peace to the relationship. So let's think back to when the conflict was as small as a tiny flame. You had a choice. You could prove you care more about your friend than a skateboard, or you could win the argument by yelling at them for being reckless. It's like the old saying, death and life are in the power of the tongue. Peace can be that simple. Peace is proving you care more about each other than winning an argument. Being right is not the most important thing. People and your relationships with them are way more important than winning an argument. Everyone has value, and everyone matters. Every time you're in the middle of an argument, or about to get in one, remember, we all have the choice to be peacemakers. So make the smart decision, think before you speak, treat others right the way you want to be treated, and maximize your potential by believing the best about others. Choose to be a peacemaker.
Thanks for tuning in to watch this awesome video all about the big idea. Click here if you want to see even more videos about big ideas, or you can subscribe to our channel so you know when the latest video has been posted. You can also check us out on Facebook or thebigideiaexperience.com. I did it! That was it, right?